Welcome to Mountaineer Monday, presented by U.S. Cellular. Hi again, everybody. I'm Tony Caridi, along with the coach, Dwight Wallace, following West Virginia's victory over the Connecticut Huskies. The Mountaineers advanced to 5-1 overall. They're now 1-0 in Big East Conference play. Coach Wallace, all week long, Dana Holgorsen was stressing, hey, we need to start strong, we need to start quick. It didn't happen, and as a result, we certainly had a tale of two halves. Paul Pasqualoni got the game he wanted in the opening half, but in the second half, it was all West Virginia, not so much because of its offense, but because of what the defense did.
No, I think that's exactly right. Our defense held us in there while the offense kind of got their legs under them, I thought. I really felt the defense, you could feel them gaining momentum as they went through that first half and on into the second half. They had sacks, they caused turnovers. Great return of the turnover. That was a 14-point swing that you mentioned during the broadcast yesterday, and I really feel that that was a key turning point because right after that the landslide began. But certainly we have to give the first place ribbon, I think, to the defense for all that kind of hanging us in there and getting us started.
You really do. Now, with 7 new starters on that defensive side, we kind of knew, we hoped going into the year that Jeff Castile and his staff would do what they always do. They grow a defense piece by piece. Think about this. This is a defense that did not allow an offensive touchdown in that game. That's something really to build on going into the off week.
Oh, no question about it. That's the one thing. If you look at the defenses West Virginia's had through the years, I think we've always been strong against the score and really been very good against the run. And I think that's the piece that Jeff has been concerned about, and the rest of that defensive staff is, can we stop the run? Because they don't get to practice much against it. And then you show up and here's Pasqualoni, head coach, very successful, winningest coach in the Big East over forever, I guess, and a big offensive line, very good running back, and so you're going to face a real good challenge there, and held up well.
Yeah. Over onto the offensive side, they did not start strong, but they exploded in the second half. They were aided there by that defense, but they scored 33 second half points. After the game was over, Dana Holgorsen made mention of it and said, in that first half we just weren't right there, but why is it that this offense can be so explosive so quick? You've been a coach for a lot of years. What's the reason?
Well, it comes down to speed, I think. I really think you look to the skill positions. And it has to start with Gino. There's no question about it. We do have to protect him. We've got to get the good blocking. We've got to get receivers that can handle it. And I thought, as excited as I am about the receivers and how I feel they've really come to the forefront and established themselves as premier receivers, didn't have their best day yesterday early on. We had a few drops. We had some things that just kind of stifled momentum. But you did have Gino in there that at first might not have been super sharp, but again, he was kind of like the defense. He got better and better as he went along, and all of a sudden he was throwing nice touch passes on the fades and sticking them in there when he needed to, and guys were making catches and making plays and really hustling around. Tavon Austin catching up to Stedman on that one that Stedman broke away, and here comes Tavon out of nowhere, to get the block, the screening, to let Stedman get to the end zone. So we're seeing good effort. We're seeing progress there offensively as well.
Yeah, and one of the other big themes coming out of this game wasn't the offense, it wasn't the defense, but it was the special teams. We talked to Steve Dunlap right after the game. Dana Holgorsen said it. Special teams had a very good game.
Finally, we were hoping we didn't have to punt yesterday going in, but golly, we look at Molinari and nice job he did, and certainly not any too soon, but we needed him. He kicked the ball out of bounds on the 2, the 4, and the 6, and the 13. So one of those came back on penalty, but I really, you got to hand it to him, man. What a nice job, and we had good coverage. Our net punt was very good. It was over 40 yards. So I think it really went well. Now, we had some concerns early on, I think, with our return game. We really felt that we weren't getting, like we have in the past sometimes with Tavon, I think, because he didn't handle some punts and some things like that. But sure enough, he came back and put a couple nice returns on there as well. So, yeah, I think you have to feel good about special teams and feel like it took a major step and kind of helps us be more ready for the Big East schedule.
And after it was all over, our MSN microphones in the locker room listening in on Dana Holgorsen and Mountaineer players.
The thing that I'm proud of more than anything is we made great strides with our special teams. All 4 units of special teams, 6 units of special teams did well and got better, and defensively we played really good. Offensively, we played good in the second half. We squandered too many opportunities in the first half, but got it going in the second half. So good team win, good conference win, and we'll head into the off week and try to get some things accomplished, and as always, try to get a week to 2 weeks better.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take advantage of these opportunities when you get them. You can't let them slide by or anything, so you just got to go out there with confidence and make it happen.
You could tell that we're pressed and, trying to do too much and coming up, short. So, I mean, if we just come out and be calm, we could do big things.
Just try to score. Just try to score. Just try to keep going. By the time I got to about the other 40 or 30s, man, it caught up with me. I got tired, started tightening up, just try to keep going though, yeah, it was a great play.
Varsity sports news now. Big weekends for the WVU men's and women's soccer teams, and coming up this week, some big matchups with Pitt. So the Mountaineers now head into their first off week of the season. As a coach, what's your #1 agenda item?
Well, let's get them fresh. Let's get them healed up. Let's go back and get back to fundamentals a little bit, and then let's come out really ready to get after Syracuse.
Yeah, next up, the Syracuse Orange coming up on a Friday night after the off week. Well, that'll do it for us. Don't forget, we've got Mountaineer Madness. Yes, it's basketball time at the WVU Coliseum this coming Friday, and stay here all week long at msnsportsnet.com as we continue to update you on the Mountaineers. Along with the coach, Dwight Wallace, I'm Tony Caridi, and this has been Mountaineer Monday, brought to you by U.S. Cellular.